providing legal assistance to educators, conducting on-site visits, and handling malicious complaints.
Mic test, mic test.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3.
Good, good. 제 거 조금만 더 볼륨 키울 수 있을까요?
Yeah, like this?
A bit
Like this,
more?
testing, more?
Yeah, good, good.
Is it good?
Yeah,
All right.
perfect, perfect.
Activities. Busan City revealed its plans to enhance radiation screenings of coastal seawater and seafood in response to the Fukushima plant's wastewater discharge. The city will increase the current 16 monitoring devices to 20 by the end of this year and immediately share any elevated radioactivity levels with the public. The plan also involves deploying more accurate testing tools for seafood radioactivity, along with daily rapid radiation tests. In international news, a day after becoming the first country to land near the lunar South Pole, India's moon rover took its first steps on the lunar surface. According to the space agency, Chandrayaan-3's rover, quote, ramped down from the lander and, quote, India took a walk on the moon. With this achievement, India joins an elite group of countries that have achieved a soft landing on the moon, including the United States, the former Soviet Union, and China. Now for the local weather. It is currently 27 degrees Celsius in Busan amid a heavy rain warning. The downpour is expected to continue through the night. It's time to wrap up this hour's news. Thank you for joining. You are listening to BEFM, 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM, 부산영어방송.
Coming up next is the 4 p.m. duo with Nick Greenwood and David Kim. BEFM, 부산영어방송.
I carry my emotions.
We are all born as the same human beings, but sometimes we're categorized into different groups.
Depending on when we are born, we are categorized into few generations with different names that have specific characteristics.
Depending on what kinds of personality or disposition we have, we are divided as 16 different types of people.
What about our future? What types of other new categories would be created?
Well, hello there, everybody. My name is Nick.
Hello, I'm Steve.
And welcome to
The 4 p.m. duo.
넌 나의 star, 넌 나의 sun, 넌 나의 moon. 세상을 다 가진 느낌. I feel good, I feel good when I'm with you. 넌 나의 rock, 넌 나의 gun, 넌 나의 rose. 감당이 안 돼 이 느낌. Feel alright. 이제 안 외로워. out there. Ooh la 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 la. All the boys sing along. Yeah, 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 yeah. Come on. 넌 나의 star, 넌 나의 sun, 넌 나의 moon. 세상을 다 가진 느낌. I feel good when I'm with you. 넌 나의 mood, 넌 나의 gun, 넌 나의 pose. 감당이 안 돼 이 느낌. Feel alright. 이제 안 외로워, 나 안 외로워.
이하이의 My Star 오늘의 첫 곡이었습니다. Welcoming you to the 4 p.m. duo this very rainy, very drizzly, but nonetheless beautiful Thursday afternoon. Welcome one and all. 저는 닉입니다.
Good afternoon. I'm Steve at the 4 p.m. duo.
아니 이게 누굽니까?
아, 이게 누군가요?
반갑습니다.
I am Steve입니다.
Everybody who is watching maybe on YouTube or is listening to this voice on the radio saying 아니 이 목소리 잘 모르는데요. 이 자기소개 좀 해주세요.
아, 네. For those who don't know who I am, 저의 이름은 Steve고요. 앞집 동네 Inside Out 부산의 writer로 활동하고 있고, and at the same time, Hello Vietnam의 reporter로도 활동하고 있습니다.
Welcome to the show, Steve, my friend.
Thank you so much, guys, for inviting me as a special host.
It's a pleasure to have you here. And of course, he is quite entwined in BFM as a writer. So, you know, he's got good skills in writing. We've got some people coming in saying hello to you as well. We have Jenny Nim saying, hello, Steve. He's got a deep voice. 얼굴과는 다르게 뜨거워지네요. I can't see. There's an emoticon blocking the way. 또 멋지네요. 또 멋지네요. Yeah.
Thank you so much. 제니님께서 앞집 스티브님과는 많이 다르시네요.
Yes.
네, 오늘 조금 꾸며봤어요.
You changed everything about yourself as well. Miok Stellainim sending a message saying, good afternoon, Nick and Steve. I hope you're having a great day. I was planning to head to Gwangju this morning, but I decided to stay one more day in Tongyang because I'm really enjoying the serenity here. 사진도 같이 보내주셨는데요. 너무 이쁘더라고요. It's like this beautiful, it's kind of 해질녘 시간이죠. The sun is kind of set, but it's still light.
Yeah.
A little bit of light. Oh, the beautiful pictures.
It's so beautiful.
She's traveling right now, and she's updating us, which is really nice.
Thank you, 미옥님.
So, now, an interesting fact about you. You said you also work on the Vietnamese show here,
Yeah, that's
right?
right.
You are part Vietnamese, right?
Yeah, actually, I'm part Vietnamese. Like, I'm mixed blood. My dad is Korean and my mom is Vietnamese. And I've been living in Vietnam for a long time, about like 7 years.
Wow.
And I came back to Korea when I was in middle school. And so I can speak 3 languages.
Wow, that's incredible.
Oh, yeah, thank you so much.
And it's perfect because we kind of want to talk a bit about newly coined terms today. 오늘은 신조어에 대해서 조금 이야기해보고 싶은데요.
네.
Now, you know, in Korean, there's loads of like 인사용어, right? Loads
Yeah,
of,
that's right.
you know, 신조어, and in English as well. But I don't know about Vietnamese. Do you know any hip, like, 신조어 in Vietnamese?
A bit hip. I've do some research about it.
Yeah.
힙한 거는 I think everything is hip in Vietnam.
Really?
But 요즘 줄임말 있잖아요.
Yeah.
베트남에도 그런 게 엄청 유행이더라고요. Like for example, I've brought like 2 words 신조어.
Yeah.
첫 번째는 무언.
무언.
무언 means like sad. 근데 이걸 줄여가지고 귀엽게 문.
Oh, I thought 무언 was really short anyway.
But it's
충분히
shorter.
짧은데
It's
더
short.
줄였네요.
문. And also, like in Vietnam, they say, you know, like see you later.
Yeah.
베트남에선 이걸 줄여서 SUL, 그냥 술 이렇게 불러요. Yeah, they use English in Vietnam.
주로 문자 보낼 때 술이라고 하나요? 아니면 얘기할 때도 말로 할
like
때도?
both.
술?
네.
Wow, see you later.
네.
Vietnamese have made English newly coined terms as well. So, bun. 문,
문.
and 술.
술.
I'm going to remember that forever. That's really cool. So yeah, newly coined terms all over the place. 근데 요즘 정말 신조어를 모르면 인터넷상의 핫한 이야기들은 제대로 이해하지 못할 때가 많은데요. 이 신조어 중에 새로운 그룹을 뜻하는 무슨 족도 참 많습니다. 그 중에서도 카페와 관련된 신인류가 계속해서 쏟아져 나오는데요. 예를 들어서 카캉스족, 이 카페 플러스 바캉스. 이게 무슨 뜻이죠?
이게 여행의 목표가 카페인 사람들이라고 얘기하더라고요.
So they go on these vacations for cafes.
Yeah.
Just to get that hit of caffeine as well. 그리고 코피스족도 있는데요. 이 코피스족이라고 하면 무슨 nosebleed people 생각나는데요.
여기서 코피스족이 커피 플러스 오피스 해가지고 카페에서 커피를 마시며 업무를 보는 사람들 그런 뜻을 가지고 있습니다.
코피스족.
네,
that's really.
코피스족.
I think I kind of fit into the 코피스족.
Oh, really?
그래서 저는 카페 가서 업무하는 게 되게 좋아하거든요. I find it really comfortable, but I know these days it's a bit controversial. 요즘 좀 화제가 됐는데요. 요즘. 그리고 홈카페족.
네.
I can't even say that. 홈카페족.
홈카페족.
Yeah.
So this means
홈카페족. I was like,
홈카페
home car, like home car? Okay.
홈카페족이에요. 그래서 집을 커피숍처럼 꾸며서 커피를 즐기는 사람들이다.
That's my wife.
Oh.
She's made. There's one room in my house which is just a cafe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's like coffee making machines.
Wow,
there's
that's
like
interesting.
a couple of nice chairs. It's nice. It's really comfortable.
한번 가보고 싶은데요.
Yeah, it's really good. I'll invite you over someday.
사업을 시작해야겠네요.
She said that.
She said that?
I know, but I'm like, we don't have the money, babe. You know.
I can see you as a billionaire like next year.
Thanks for your optimism, man. We also have Jenny Nim coming up with some new ones, saying, I want to be the 먹캉스. 먹캉스, like someone who eats in a cafe.
I guess 먹는 바캉스?
Yeah, mama.
먹는
식캉스.
바캉스.
그 식캉스는요? 식당 캉스?
식당 캉스, I guess, like you know, 식당들 돌아다니는 바캉스, 맛집 투어, I guess is that?
좋겠네요.
제니님 맞으신가요?
인싸이신 거 보네요.
정말
I think you're-
인싸네요.
Yeah. So, these terms, there's loads of these terms, which is fantastic. But like we were saying earlier, there's a kind of well-known term called 카공족. Right?
That's right.
And this is somebody who likes to go to a cafe and study. 이 카페에서 공부를 하는 사람들을 지칭하는 말인데요.
네.
It's a controversy these days, and I didn't know because I used to do it all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, because I didn't go to libraries. I'd go to cafes and study. But I didn't know some people felt uncomfortable about it. So, this term basically it's a tribe of people who study at cafes. And it is the subject of intense debate in Korea.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Why is it a big controversy?
I guess like most of the people like nowadays it's kind of like 유행이죠. Like studying in cafe or like working in cafe. But inside cafe like there's a lot of like tables 정해져 있잖아요.
Yeah.
But they have to make money. But like most of the people, if they take the seat for a long time,
그죠.
카페 사장님들이 화날 수밖에 없잖아요.
2시간, 3시간, 4시간 그 자리를 막 차지하면 독차지하면 되게 안 좋잖아요.
맞아요.
That's why. Yeah. I'm just giving excuse 변명하고 있어요.
네.
But I'll go to the big cafes, the brand cafes, and I'll spend a lot of time. But if it's like a 좀 작고 개인 카페라면 저는 공부 안 해요. I just enjoy it, maybe 30, 40 minutes, and then leave.
But 그것도 배려예요.
Yeah, because smaller cafes, less seats. I want them to make more money. But big ones like, 별땡, I don't care. But to each his own. What do you think? Are you in favor of studying at cafes, or do you think it's a bit 무례해요?
But like I'm same as you. Because like when I go to cafe, like there's kind of like nice background music and people around me, so it makes me want to concentrate, and it makes me chill. But like for me, if I want to stay longer, I'm gonna buy more desserts.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. You don't want to just be like a freeloader off their internet.
Yeah.
Yeah. You buy another drink, maybe a cake or something as well. Recently, this controversy was further fueled. There was a customer, they bring their laptop, but that wasn't it. they also brought a printer. They made an office. 이 카페 안에서 이 사무실을 만들었대요.
Wow.
And they made a cafe and people were like, what on earth is he doing?
Oh my.
A printer, computer. He set up an office in a cafe. Now, I agree. That is way too far.
Wow. 근데 제일 궁금한 게 있는데 그걸 또 어떻게 치울까요? Like, if he does that every day,
Yeah.
정말 박수를 쳐주고 싶어요.
Maybe if he goes to different cafes,
Oh my.
creates his mobile office. But still, that would be quite a disturbance to a lot of people, I think,
that's
as
right.
well. Yeah. But there are other places you can go as well.
Yeah, of course. You know, like we can go to the library, or we can, work or study in the house, or I guess, if you still want to stay in cafe, you got to buy a lot of desserts if
Yeah.
you think, 사장님을 위해서.
I think that's a good choice.
네.
Yeah, think of the people who need to make money as well.
네.
여러분은 어떠신가요? 공부하는 사람 입장에서는 백색 소음도 있고 커피도 있으니 좋을 수 있지만 이 커피만 마시러 온 사람 입장에서는 조용히 공부하는 사람들 눈치가 보여서 이야기를 제대로 할 수도 없기도 하고요. There's a lot of different sides on this. So what do you usually do? Yeah, let us know, and we're going to let you know what's coming up in today's show of the 4 p.m. duo. We've got our daily segments, including Chat Lab English, where we can learn various expressions about topics given to us by AI. 네, 매일마다 챗봇이 선택해주는 주제와 관련된 다양한 영어 표현과 생각들을 여러분과 함께 나눠보겠습니다. Today's topic is graduation, celebrating the achievement and potential of graduation. 또 다른 시작, 졸업에 대해서 이야기해 보겠습니다. We'll go over some really good and useful expressions and words on this. We also have Bite English, where you can learn easy but useful one sentence in English. 네, 이제부터 궁금한 모든 영어 표현은 Bite English에 물어봐 주세요. And the last English dose at the end of the day. And Steve, what do we have for our weekly segments?
Yes, for weekly segment, there's a special segment Beyond Borders. 글로벌 시대 다문화 가정의 의미를 다 같이 생각해보는 시간을 가져봅니다. 그리고 마지막으로 Popcorn Time. 새로운 개봉작부터 올타임 레전드 명작까지 영화에 관한 모든 것을 알려드립니다.
You have a good voice. I think Jenny Nim was right. You got a deep voice. That kind of 골골한 목소리라서 되게 좋은 것 같아요. You recently recovered from a bit of illness, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Maybe if it's lingering, it's got a good effect. When people say when I've got a cold, 제가 감기에 걸렸을 때 목소리가 제일 좋대요. So I'm like, maybe I should be sick all the time.
Even my girlfriend told me that 낫지 마. 계속 아파.
I guess it's a nice thing.
모르겠어요.
Well, you be the judge of that.
네.
Everyone send us your messages to pound 9050, 샵 9050, which will cost you 101 or a Kakao Talk message. We're going to get this show on the road and listen to our next song. This is 사랑은 은하수 다방에서 발 10cm.
은하수다방 문 앞에서 만나 홍차와 냉커피를 마시며 매일 똑같은 노래를 듣다가 온다는 그대는 부러졌지 않은 성냥개 빛같죠 아무리 싫은 표정 지어도 불타는 그 마음을 감출 수가 없다네 그대 나에게 무슨 말이라도 해줘 나는 지쳤네 무지개를 띄워주리 하루도 이틀도 사흘도 배견할 수가 없네 못 살고 못 죽고 그대 없는 홍대 성수동 천천히 데이트원 걸어 다닐 수도 없지 나에게 무슨 말이라도 해줘 나는 지쳤네 무지개를 띄워주리 하루도 이틀도 사흘도 발견할 수가 없네 못 살고 못 죽고 그대 없는 온대 성수도 신촌이 대이채원 걸어다닐 수도 없지 사랑은 은하수다방 문 앞에서 만나 혼자와 냉커피를 마시며 매일 똑같은 노래를 듣다가 온다네 사랑은 은하수다방 문 앞에서 만나 혼자와 냉커피를 마시며 매일 똑같은 노래를 듣다가 온다네 그대 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 대박 대박
Chat Lab English. Hello listeners, hello Nick and Steve. Welcome to Chat Lab English. Today's topic is celebrating the achievement and potential of graduation. Graduation is a significant milestone, symbolizing accomplishment and new opportunities. Explore the world of graduation on the radio, and talk about its role in recognizing dedication and personal growth. The conversation can highlight traditions, the emotional impact of crossing the stage, and the transition to the next chapter. Moreover, inspire listeners to embrace the spirit of graduation, recognizing it as a stepping stone toward a future brimming with potential and promise.
Welcome everybody to Chat Lab English. This is a segment where we get to go over various words and expressions about a topic that has been given to us not by man, not by woman, but by a robot. AI has given these fantastic discussion points, and we'll be discussing them and going over some great English things you can learn. Today's topic is celebrating the achievement and potential of graduation. graduation입니다. 또 다른 시작, 졸업에 대해서 이야기해 보겠습니다. 스티브 씨 혹시 졸업하셨나요?
저는 아직 재학생. I'm still in the university. I'm a bachelor.
얼마나 좋겠어요. I miss my student days, man.
Like, how was it?
It was amazing. I just went to university for 3 years.
Okay.
From when I was 20. How old was I? 18 to 21.
Uh-huh.
And then I finished.
And finished.
졸업했고요.
네.
뭐 취직했죠.
그러면 like how was your like 대학 생활? Was it
Amazing.
amazing?
You know, not because I studied, because I had good friends. It was like 처음으로 독립해가지고 너무 좋은 기분이었어요.
네. Like for me,
부모님도 없고.
그렇죠.
Yeah.
Like for me, I was like, you know, 대학생이 되자마자 I felt like I finally got the freedom.
Yeah.
네.
For real, right?
Yeah, for real. And like, you know, 저도 독립해가지고
Yeah.
and I played with my friends a lot. And like my friends, they were like absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And I could also like, I'm doing a computer engineering right now.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and like I really love it.
Yeah.
Like I'm really, you know,
You live in-
obsessed with it.
You're living the life, man.
Yeah, I am.
잔소리도 안 들어도 되고.
Uh-huh.
It's the life.
Yeah.
But, Steve, my friend, there will come a day where you do graduate.
Yeah, that's right.
And then these will become just good memories. I have really good memories of it, but graduation was good. It kind of made me feel like, you know, 조금 어리버리했지만
네.
이제 진짜 뭐 사회인이 됐어요. You know?
네.
사회 사람이 됐어.
네.
And I liked it. And graduation for me was a decent experience. I remember wearing those 그런 네모난 모자가 있잖아요.
네.
그것도 쓰고
네.
그 뭐 학위도 받고 막 그런 기억들이 있는데요.
네.
What are you looking forward to about graduation?
You know, like I'll be graduate next year, and you know, 학사모라고 하죠, as you said. You know, I really want to 빨리 써보고 싶어요, and I want to throw it in the air.
It's a tradition all around the world,
네,
right?
그렇죠.
You didn't go to university in Vietnam.
Yeah.
It was in Korea.
Currently, I'm in Busan. 부산에 있는 대학교에 다니고 있습니다.
They say that Western university and Korean university are a little bit different. 이 한국의 대학은 입학이 어려운데,
네.
근데 졸업이 좀 쉽고,
네.
근데 반면에는 외국 대학은 입학이 쉽고 졸업이 어렵다라고 이야기하는데요.
네.
Do you have any opinion on this?
제 생각에 맞는 말인 것 같아요. Because like I was in international school when I was young. Like most of my friends, they're foreigners, and I asked them like, you know, getting into university, is it okay? And they said, oh yeah, it's you know, 비교해봤을 때 with Korea, they say, 괜찮은 것 같다. They're all Korean, but like went to the university in USA.
근데 졸업까지 하려고 하면 조금 더 힘들다고 다들 이야기하죠.
네.
I know in Korea there's so much competition to get into the university, but yeah. When you do and you graduate, it's a new world. So today we're going to be talking about words and expressions you can use about graduation. So let's dive into the word set first. 첫 번째로 단어들을 먼저 보겠습니다. 첫 번째는요, 졸업식 그리고 입학식. 졸업식, 입학식. Steve, how did you translate 졸업식?
So for 졸업식, I translate it as graduation ceremony.
Right. Yeah. I think that's the only way you can translate
that's
it.
right.
Yeah, like a graduation ceremony. It's a ceremony, a celebration to congratulate you on finishing university.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about 입학식?
With 입학식, it would be entrance ceremony.
Entrance ceremony.
라고 이렇게 번역을 했는데, and also we can say initiation ceremony too.
Yeah, I was thinking initiation, entrance is good. I don't remember if I had an initiation ceremony.
Oh, really?
입학식이 있었나? 기억 안 나는데요.
아, 진짜요?
Maybe because it wasn't as like 어마어마해 as 졸업식.
네.
You know, 졸업식, the graduation ceremony is huge. It's a party, but the 입학식 때는 너무 긴장돼가지고 I was like 기억 안 나요.
But in Korea 입학식이 정말 커요. 입학식도 크고 졸업식도 크고.
That's
both
good.
정말 커요.
The entrance and the exit are equally as
Yeah.
important. Brilliant. So graduation ceremony and entrance 혹은 initiation ceremony이라고 할 수 있습니다.
네.
두 번째로 넘어갈까요?
네. 두 번째는 졸업 선물과 졸업 앨범이 있는데요. 자, 졸업 선물. 졸업할 때 받는 선물이겠죠. So we can say graduation present 라고 얘기할 수가 있어요.
Yeah.
And the second one, 졸업 앨범. 졸업할 때 다들 앨범 하나씩 찍잖아요. Graduation photo album.
그죠? Yeah, because it's not a music album. It would be cool to get a graduation music album. But usually you have that like 그런 기념 사진들이 있잖아요.
네, 맞아요.
Yeah, like a photo album.
네.
I remember my graduation photos, and back then I was a bit bigger. Because 전 대학교 때 정말 잘 먹었거든요.
아, 진짜요?
Yeah, 그래서 이제 보기 싫어요 그런 사진들. 흑역사가 다 됐어요. Yeah, but good memories, but I'll keep them in my head.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
네.
Do you have lots of friends you think you'll take pictures with on your graduation ceremony?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Awesome.
되게 좋은 친구들이 많다 보니까
Yeah.
I really feel grateful for that.
Sweet.
네.
Awesome. So graduation gift or graduation present and graduation photo album. Let's move on to number 3. 3번으로 넘어가겠습니다. 학사모. 학사모. This is the word I couldn't find earlier. 대학교 모자.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
How do you say this? Because I was thinking about it. Before I researched it, I was like, 영어로 뭐라고 하지?
네.
Like a graduation hat, the square hat. I would just call it a square graduation hat.
네.
말 그대로 좀 설명해가지고
네.
square graduation hat, 네모난
네.
졸업 모자.
그렇죠.
But there is an official word for it. Do you know what it is?
It's like graduation cap, but like I figure out like 학사, it's like bachelor's, right? 근데 학사 말고도 박사도 있고 석사도 있잖아요. So we can also say bachelor's cap.
Bachelor's cap.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
That's right, huh?
So I guess if it's a 박사모, it's a doctorate cap?
Doctor cap.
Maybe.
그렇게 부를 수도 있겠네요.
I guess it makes sense.
네.
일리가 있죠.
Or master's cap.
Master's cap.
네.
고소해 보자. Master's. Interesting. So you can say a bachelor's cap.
Yeah.
What's interesting is when I hear the word cap, I usually think of a baseball cap.
Oh, yeah.
야구 모자 막 생각이 나거든요.
맞아요.
But I guess official university caps are
네.
called caps. Graduation cap, bachelor's cap. Yeah. So these were the words that we went over. Now it's time to look at 3 interesting phrases. 이 다음은 표현들을 보겠습니다. What's number 1?
Number 1. 저는 올해 졸업합니다.
You're 내년, right? Yeah. So 올해 졸업합니다. So 올해 is this year.
Yeah.
졸업하다 is of course graduate. So very simply, I graduate this year. Or I will graduate this year.
Or next year.
Or next year. I graduate this year. Brilliant. Let's move on to number 2. 두 번째입니다. 졸업한 후에 진로를 결정했나요? So after graduating, what's 진로?
진로.
Not a drink, obviously, but
아니.
the other one.
Yeah, the 진로 is like we can call career path.
Yeah.
So 졸업한 후에 진로를 결정했나요? We can say, have you decided on a career path after graduation?
Brilliant. Yeah. Have you decided on a career path after graduation? Have you, Steve? Because you're graduating next year. Have you decided on a career path?
Oh, sure. I want to do a lot of things. I want to do, I want to run a business.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like engineering business?
Also that.
Because you do engineering, right?
Yeah. And also I want to try like bakery.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's 전공이랑 완전 다른 거네.
네.
So I guess you have a passion for cooking and baking.
No, I just want to try it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know anything of it. But I
도전하고
just...
싶은 마음이 좀
네.
있어가지고.
네, 맞습니다.
That's really cool because when I graduated, I had no idea. I kind of just, I graduated and I did nothing for a few months.
Oh,
Yeah.
but it's fine.
근데 결국 정신 차렸죠.
맞아요.
Yeah,
어떻게든 돼요.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to number 3.
필요한 서류는 대학 졸업 증명서 한 부와 성적 증명서 한 부입니다.
So maybe you are applying for a job and they require these documents, right? Once you've graduated, 졸업하고 나서 이 서류들이 필요할 수도 있는데요.
네.
What is 대학 졸업 증명서?
여기서 졸업 증명서 we can say proof graduation, like the copy of the
Yeah.
proof graduation.
Yeah.
네.
A copy, 한부 is like a copy of, right? So
네.
a copy of your proof of graduation.
네.
좀 길죠.
네. Or we can say graduation certificate.
Graduation certificate.
네.
그런 자격증이 있죠. The
맞아요.
physical one you can hold.
That's right.
And then 성적 증명서는요?
We can say academic transcript.
Yeah, academic transcript. These are really complicated words. If somebody said these to me, I'll be like, 무슨 말이에요? Academic transcripts. But yeah, these are the official words that you need for them.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so today we have been talking all about graduation. Now, usually before we move on, we do have a philosophy. 혹시 스티브 오늘의 철학을 결정했나요? 만들었나요?
만들었죠. 정말 20대 분들에게 말씀드리고 싶은 since you only get one shot at your 20s in life and your university graduation, which also only happens once in a lifetime, I hope you will embrace numerous challenges in your life without any regrets.
Oh, that's good. 저는 30대라서 좀 섭섭하지만.
No, you can still try.
Yeah.
할 수 있습니다.
That's good, inspiring stuff.
Thank
I
you.
think. I said graduating from university is worth celebrating, but remember that a piece of paper doesn't define who you are.
맞습니다.
There are more important things in life.
네.
Right. 이 대학교를 졸업하는 게 물론 좋은 일이지만
네.
그 학위는 당신이 누구인지를 정의하지 않아요. 졸업을 안 해도 괜찮죠.
맞습니다.
Whatever path you take, you'll be amazing.
Yeah.
So that was today's Chat Lab English. We're going to take a song break and then we will be right back. This is 이젠 안녕 by 015.
우리 처음 만났던 어색했던 그 표정 속에 서로 말로 기가 어려워 망설였지만 음악 속에 묻혀 지내온 수많은 나날들이 이젠 돌아갈 수 없는 아쉬움 됐네. 이제는 우리가 서로 떠나가야 할 시간, 아쉬움을 남긴 채 돌아서지만 시간은 우리를 다시 만나게 해주겠지. 우리 그때까지 아쉽지만 기다려봐요.
어느 차가웠던 겨울날 작은 방에 모여 부르던 그 노래는 이제 기억 속에 묻혀진 작은 노래 됐지만 우리들 맘엔 영원히 안녕은 영원한 헤어짐은 아니겠지요 다시 만나기 위한 약속일 거야 함께했던 시간은 이제 추억으로 남기고 서로 가야 할 길 찾아서 떠나야 해요
이제는 우리가 서로 떠나가야 할 시간 아쉬움을 남긴 채 돌아서지만 시간은 우리를 다시 만나게 해주겠지 우리 그때까지 아쉽지만 기다려봐요 어느 차가웠던 겨울날 작은 방에 모여 부르던 그 노래 이제 기억 속에 묻혀진 작은 노래 됐지만 우리들 맘엔 영원히
안녕은 영원한 헤어짐은 아니겠지요 다시 만나기 위한 약속일 거야 함께했던 시간은 이제 추억으로 남기고 서로 가야 할 길 찾아서 떠나야 해요 안녕은 영원한 헤어짐은 아니겠지요 다시 만나기 위한 약속일 거야 함께했던 시간은 이제 추억으로 남기고 서로 가야 할 길 찾아서 떠나야 해요 안녕은 영원한 헤어짐은 아니겠지요 다시 만나기 위한 약속일 거야 함께했던 시간은 이제 추억으로 남기고 서로 가야
Beyond Borders. Hello, 안녕하세요. Xin chào. 4 p.m. Rio special host Steve입니다.
Whoa!
Wow, wow.
Can I 1 second?
No.
Before we move on, how do you pronounce 신짜오?
신짜오?
Yeah.
신짜오.
I've been pronouncing it wrong my whole life. I do a segment where I say 신짜오 and I say it wrong. 신짜오?
Yeah, 신짜오.
이제부터 고칠게요.
네.
감사합니다. This is your segment, Steve.
예, 맞습니다. 이번 시간의 이름은 Beyond Borders인데요. 4 p.m. 듀오에서 너무나도 감사하게도 아주 특별한 시간을 저에게 선물을 해주었습니다. Beyond Borders란 무엇이냐? Beyond Borders는 온전히 저 스티브라는 사람의 이야기를 가지고 대화를 나눠보는 시간을 가질 것입니다. 자,
We're gonna find out
그렇다면
about Steve.
Yeah. 자, 그렇다면 많은 분들이 궁금증을 가질 것이라고 생각합니다. 도대체 오늘의 스페셜 호스트 이 스티브는 어떤 사람이길래 스티브의 이야기만을 가지고 대화를 하는 것이냐? 저도 완전한 특별한 background를 가진 인물인데요. I was born between a Korean father and a Vietnamese mother. I have lived in both Korea and Vietnam for a long time and naturally acquired proficiency in 3 languages. Korean, English, and Vietnamese while growing up.
Wow. So you're mixed. 혼혈이시죠?
맞습니다.
Welcome, my brother.
Thank you so much.
Wi-Fi.
Whoa.
Please. So you've been. You have a Vietnamese mother, a Korean father.
That's right.
And you spent a lot of time growing up in Vietnam.
네.
Right. Please tell us more about what we're going to be going over.
Okay. 그래서 오늘은 Beyond Borders에서 한국과 베트남 혼혈인 제가 베트남에서 어떻게 살았고 혼혈인의 삶은 어땠는지, 한국과 베트남의 문화적 차이는 어떤지, 그리고 베트남에 대해 알아보는 시간을 가지도록 하겠습니다.
Brilliant. So you're living in Korea right now.
That's right.
How long have you been in Korea?
So I guess like many people would wonder, is he Korean or Vietnamese? So 이야기를 시작하기에 앞서 많은 분들이 궁금하실 것 같은데요. 저는 1999년 4월 12일 대한민국 부산 금정구에서 태어났습니다.
1999.
Yeah. 3년 전에 육군 포병 출신으로 만기 전역을 했고요. 병령의 의무도 완료한 건장한 대한민국 청년입니다. So 너무 TMI였다면 죄송합니다.
Oh, it's fascinating. So you just finished your military service in Korea. So I'm curious, your official nationality, is it Korean or dual bilingual, or because I know there are restrictions on having dual citizenship as well.
Oh yeah, there was an option, but like my father wanted me to just like choose Korea, and my mother, she also 동의했어요.
Yeah.
So I just 베트남 국적 포기하고 now I'm like 100% Korean.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So why did you go to Vietnam?
So like our father, like when I was born, like he determined not to miss the advantages of growing up in a multicultural family. Many people assume that if someone is of mixed race, they naturally know the languages of both the mother's and father's side. But surprisingly, there are many friends who are mixed of race, but can only speak one language. 네. 그래서 저는 매우 운이 좋게도 아버지께서 저를 베트남으로 보내서 확실하게 베트남어와 베트남의 문화를 완벽하게 배우기를 원하셨어요. 이러한 이유 때문에 초등학교 입학 전까지 한국에서 살았다가 초등학교 입학 시작 시기에 베트남에서 완전히 정착하기 시작했습니다.
So, do you sometimes feel in your heart, are you more Korean or are you more Vietnamese?
I guess I have both because like I feel really comfortable.
Yeah.
Also in Vietnam and also in Korea.
Awesome. And are you treated the same, like you're treated as a citizen of each country you go to?
Yeah, like when I go to Vietnam, if I say like I'm mixed, like Korean and Vietnamese, and they say, "Oh,
wow.
Nice to meet you."
Yeah. As long as you go and say Xin Chao, not Xin Chao, they're like, oh, he's Vietnamese.
So like PD님이 물어봐 주셨어요. 베트남 vs 한국 축구할 때 누구 응원해요?
It's the big question.
Like last time 아시안 그 컵이 있었잖아요. 박항서 감독님.
Yeah.
그때 저희 가족들끼리 있었는데 아버지는 한국 응원했고,
그렇죠.
어머님은 베트남 응원했고.
근데 스티브는요?
저 어머님이랑 아버님이 저한테 물어본 거예요. 너 누구 응원할 거야? And I say I'm sorry. 저 방에 들어갈게요. 방에 들어가서 베트남 응원했어요. 왜냐면 한국은 축구를 너무 잘하잖아요.
그죠?
근데 베트남도 너무 잘 됐으면 좋겠는 마음이 있다 보니까
언더독스를 좀 응원해야죠.
네, 맞아요.
Yeah.
But I still love Korea.
For real?
네.
It's a difficult question. I get asked all the time, do you support England or Korea? Luckily, they haven't played each other in many years, so I don't have to answer that question. I won't decide either. Yeah. So please, tell us more.
Yeah. So 또 궁금하실 게 그거일 것 같아요. 혼혈인의 삶은 어떨까? Life of a mixed race. Looking back on my life as a mixed race individual, being biracial seems to have made my life uniquely special. Every time I met someone and introduced myself as biracial, people's fascination and special regard for me seem to have had a significant impact on my identity. 이 때문에 어렸을 때부터 저의 정체성, identity가 특별한 사람이다라는 것이 형성이 되었던 것 같아요. 그래서 항상 자존감이 높고 모든 것에 자신감 있는 태도로 이제 임하게 됐던 것 같아요.
That's good. I think it's important to be proud of who you are, whatever nationality or nationalities you come from.
Yeah.
And that's a great attitude to have.
맞아요.
We've got a good suggestion. 인류의 충전소님 says, we should say we are Earth planetarians. I'm not Korean, I'm not Vietnamese, I'm not English. I'm an Earthian. 인간이죠.
That's beautiful.
사람이죠. That's an ideal world,
네.
for sure. Yeah. So please tell us more about this life of being mixed race in Korea and Vietnam.
Yeah, and also 혼혈인의 인생에서 제일 특별한 점은 가정에서 두 개의 다른 문화를 동시에 접할 수 있는 것 같아요. 저희 집 같은 경우는 한 주, 일주일은 베트남 음식, 그리고 일주일은 한국 음식으로 어머니가 그렇게 식사를 만들어 주십니다. 그래서 그런 것도 있고, and also 명절 같은 경우에 1 year in Korea and 1 year in Vietnam.
So you really do split it down the middle to make it fair and two even experiences.
Yeah, that's right.
Does your mother cook good Korean food as well?
She's fantastic.
Really?
Yeah.
Vietnamese or Korean food?
Wow, both. Even Japanese food.
Okay, she's talented then. That's why you want to set up a bakery in the future. 솜씨가 있나 봐요.
엄마의
요리.
DNA를 받았네요. Love you,
받았네요.
mom.
Be thankful. Be super thankful.
Grateful.
Yeah.
네.
So, where do you consider your hometown?
I guess both, because although I was born in Korea and considered my hometown, there's also Vietnamese blood flowing within me. This allows me to feel the same sense of comfort in Vietnam as I do in Korea. It's nice to have two homelands. On the other hand, I'm curious about what life is like for someone who is not of mixed heritage.
Right. Yeah. You kind of just fixed on one specific track.
네.
Yeah. Everyone has different lives. Yeah. Everyone's got an interesting story to tell, I think.
정말 궁금한 것 같아요.
Now, I kind of want to know a bit about Vietnamese music. Korea is all about big, K-pop, big dance songs and ballads.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit quickly about Vietnamese music.
Like with K-pop, it's like huge right now, right?
Yeah.
I guess like V-pop, Vietnamese pop.
V-pop, that sounds cool.
그것도 요즘 like 엄청 올라가고 있어요. like 최근에 전 세계적으로 유명했던 노래가 하나 있었어요. 한국에서도 아마 이 노래를 모르시는 분이 없을 정도로 정말 유명한 노래인데요. 황 투이 린의 시든라는 노래인데요. 한국에서는 띵띵땅땅으로 유명한 건데, but let's listen first.
Điên 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 lắm, đêm nay vô nhà thương, đêm nay vô nhà thương, đêm nay vô nhà anh đến thương. Giây phút em gặp anh là em biết em si tình, tình 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 tang tang tình, tang tình 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 tang tang tang. Giây phút em gặp anh là em biết em si tình, tình đừng tình toan toan tình, con tình mình tình tan 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 tình.
Oh,
wow.
That's really unique. At first, I thought it was like poppy, almost like Korean style pop, and then the ding 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 dang dang. It sounded very uniquely, Vietnamese.
Yeah, that's right.
혹시 뜻이 있나요?
So like this song is about the process of a woman falling in love with a man.
Yeah.
When you interpret the lyrics of this song, you can see that the way Vietnamese people love is quite different from Koreans. Like through my experience of dating several Vietnamese women, I've noticed that they tend to express affection more passionately compared to Koreans.
Ladies' man. Passionately.
Yeah.
A different style of passion. I'll have to watch some Vietnamese dramas to see what it's like.
Vietnamese drama. Oh yeah. 그것도 정말 재밌어요.
I think it would be. And maybe some movies as well. If you could recommend some movies later. Banging.
But like there's 자막이 아직 안 나와 있어요.
Even in English? 영어 자막이 있겠죠?
찾아볼게요.
Okay, thank you. All right, we've got a couple of minutes. Now, when it comes to Vietnam, I think the number one thing people think of is the food. It's globally hugely famous, hugely loved all around the world.
That's right.
But I want to hear about this Vietnamese food from a Vietnamese person.
So like 대표적으로 두 개를 가져왔어요. The first one, pho는 너무 유명하잖아요. The first one I brought is banh mi.
Yum yum.
Yeah, banh mi is like made by combining beef, carrots, lemongrass, and various spices, resulting in a fragrant and spicy flavor. So like baguette에 그리고 거기 그 sauce에 찍어서 먹으면 정말 맛있어요.
진짜 맛있죠.
Wow. And the second one is like bánh mì bò kho. So like bò kho is made by, combining beef, carrots, lemongrass. Like it's still like the same.
Yeah.
근데 거기서 bánh mì bò kho는 뭐냐면 바게트인데 거기서 밥이랑도 같이 먹을 수 있고 좀 더 spicy flavor, 좀 더 단 flavor 그렇게 같이 조금 더 매력적으로 먹을 수 있는 거예요.
진짜 한번 먹어보고 싶네요.
네.
I've been to Vietnam a couple of times, and the moment I step on the plane,
네.
착륙하자마자 이제 군침이 막 나와가지고 I just get so excited with Vietnamese food.
네.
We've got some messages coming in. 인류의 충전소님 saying I love banh mi as well. 제니님 saying 반미 정말 맛있어요. Also saying 두 가지 문화를 다 제대로 배우시길 바라신 아버지님 마음이 너무 멋지세요.
네.
3개 국어는 너무나 부럽고요.
감사합니다.
Yeah. Even I wish my English was as good as yours as well. It's so cool. Awesome, man. You've been talking about your heritage here, and I think it's really fascinating in a world that is becoming more multicultural.
Yes.
It's really great to hear the stories of one of the earlier generations, potentially, of this multicultural boom.
Yes.
So thank you, Steve, for bringing that info to us.
Thank you guys for listening.
All right. Well, the time is now 4:53 in the afternoon. We're going to wrap up the first half, but do not go anywhere because we've got a lot more stuff coming after 5 p.m. This is Summer on You by Pretty Much. We'll see you in a bit.
Baby, I ain't got no money. All I got is time, and I'm gonna spend that time on you. But when they pay me and I can buy the sunshine, take you away, we'll drink champagne while hold up in a room. Darling, I've been working all week. I've got so much on my plate, always saying pour me. Although my boss is an a-hole, that's when you call me. Said you've been making a plan to hit the road with me. I'll pick you up after and we'll hit the coast on the late night. Make love till daylight. I love it when you play with my hair. You know it feels so nice, and I'll do what you like. Naked in the moonlight. We don't care if we are broke when love is all we own. I'm singing, baby, I ain't got no money. All I got is time, and I'm gonna spend that time on you. But when they pay me and I can buy the sunshine, take you away, we'll drink champagne while hold up in a room. And I'll spend my summer on you. Oh, I will spend my summer on you. I'm singing, hey babe, 2 jobs on minimum wage. Although the rent's late, still got a smile on my face. We ain't got the sunshine, but we got hearts in our chest to feel a love like this, stronger than anyone else. We'll hit the drive-thru like Lil Wayne. We ain't got no platinum chains, but hand-me-downs are all the rage. So let me spend this pocket change. We'll drink beer like it's champagne and stay out kissing in the rain. We don't care if we are broke when love is all we own. I'm singing, baby, I ain't got no money. All I got is time, and I'm gonna spend that time on you. But when they pay me and I can buy the sunshine.
부산을 한 장의 사진에 담는다면 어디로 가야 할까요? 꼬꼬마 시절 이때만큼은 세상을 내려다보며 꿈을 키웠고 용돈을 모아 산 사진기는 아직도 서랍 속에 있습니다. 시간이 흘러 키는 자라고 사진은 어디서든 찍을 수 있는 세상이 되었지만 부산의 진짜 모습을 보기 위해서는 같이 가볼 곳이 있습니다. 광복동에서 부산을 내려다보며 우리와 함께 해온 그곳. 새롭게 불을 밝힌 다이아몬드 타워와 함께 용두산 공원이 우리를 다시 찾아왔습니다. 북한과 남항, 멀리 남구와 해운대까지 부산을 한눈에 담을 수 있는 그곳. 알록달록 꽃시계와 함께 다시 시민의 품으로 돌아온 용두산 공원은 부산의 또 하나의 명소입니다. 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 BFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
Do you want to be the star of this week's My Life, My English? Have you ever made friends abroad with your English skills? What about English getting you the opportunity of a lifetime? Tell us about your English journey.
이번 주 마이 라이프 마이 잉글리시 코너 주인공을 찾습니다.
영어로 인생의 새로운 기회를 잡았던 경험 있나요? 여러분의 영어 도전기를 들려주세요.
My Life, My English is open to anyone 20 years or older. All participants get a small payment, a souvenir, and an invitation to our Global Citizens Networking Party.
만 20세 이상 부산 시민은 누구나 참여하실 수 있는 My Life, My English. 참가자 전원에게는 소정의 출연료와 기념품, 그리고 이번 가을에 펼쳐질 세계 시민 네트워킹 파티 우선 초대권을 드립니다.
For details, visit www.befm.or.kr.
더 넓은 세계를 향한 여러분의 도전을 응원합니다.
어린 시절, 여러분만의 특별했던 꿈을 기억하시나요?
BEFM is holding an English speech contest to talk about the dreams of the youth and the future of Busan.
부산 지역의 꿈나무들이 바라는 부산의 미래, 우리의 미래를 그려볼 수 있는 영어 말하기 대회를 개최합니다. 제1회 중구청장배 청소년 영어 말하기 대회, 나의 꿈, 우리의 미래. 9월 16일 토요일 오전 11시 부산 영화체험박물관에서 2030 부산 세계박람회를 앞둔 국제도시 부산의 미래를 확인해보세요.
우리는 자랑스러운 부산의 꿈나무입니다.
We are the future of Busan.
Come to hear firsthand the dreams of Busan's local youth and find out how they envision the city's hopeful future in this speech contest.
이 행사는 중구 진로교육지원센터와 BEFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
The time is now 5 o'clock.
새로 배운 영어 표현은 앙 물어보고
모르는 영어 표현은 잉 물어보셔라. 교통부터 비즈니스 영어까지.
Bite into new English expressions.
When somebody says, "How are you?" what do you usually say? You could say, "I'm fine, and you?" But how about saying something better like, "I'm great," or "I'm doing fantastic"?
It looks easy, but it is not easy at all to speak one sentence in English in real life. Do you have any questions about English? Do you want to know every expression that you can use in a daily life? Then ask us.
That's right, because in this segment, we'll dive into one sentence per day. So don't hesitate or be afraid to ask any English expression. 네, 궁금한 표현이 있다면 물어봐 주세요. Today's Bite English expression is right on time. Right on time. 딱 제 시간에 딱 맞춰서. Right on time. Right on time. Can you say it in your lovely deep voice?
Right on time.
Oh, yeah.
It was lovely, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very, very nice and buttery.
Oh.
Yeah. So right on time. When would you use this expression? Steve는 개인적으로 언제 쓸 것 같아요?
I guess, when having an appointment with friends or 연인들이라거나 or 시험 장소에 도착해야 될 때. 네.
Yeah, right on time.
네.
Oh, they weren't late. 늦지도 않고 일찍 오지도 않고.
네.
딱 맞춰서.
네.
Right on time.
네.
I usually use this expression when waiting for the subway. So I'll be waiting there. I'll check on the internet when it's coming. And then, Korea has really accurate times.
Yeah,
It's crazy accurate. But then I'll be like, right on time.
Right on time.
Usually 가끔씩 약간 미소를 지면서 약간 right on time. 기분이 좋아서.
맞아요.
Yeah.
정말이에요.
Usually you're really happy that things are right on time.
그렇죠.
You don't want things to be too late.
그렇죠.
Now, what would you say the difference is between on time versus in time?
So, on time, it feels like, with the first in time feels like that you have arrived before the allotted time. For example, I was supposed to reach BFM at 4 p.m., but I arrived at 3:50 p.m., thus I was there in time.
Yeah, that's a good explanation.
Yeah.
At the time or before the time. On time is just on the exact time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like with the on time, I was trying to explain that. For example, I arrived at the BFM exactly at 4 p.m. Thus, I was there on time.
Brilliant. Yeah. It's a small difference, but it does mean something different. So on time versus in time. Now, right on time 이 표현을 엄청 많이 쓰긴 한데 혹시 다른 표현이 있을까요? 좀 비슷하지만 다른 표현이 있을까요?
Oh, for sure. So there would be, like on the dots.
On the dot. Yeah, because a dot is 점이죠.
그쵸.
It's very small. To accurately hit the dot, you have to be very accurate.
맞아요.
So on the dot, 약간 칼.
네.
한국말로 칼로 많이 표현하잖아요.
네네네.
Like 칼퇴근.
아,
Or like,
그렇죠.
like you leave on the dot.
That's right.
Like a knife. 이
아하.
뾰족한 만큼
네.
you leave exactly on time.
맞습니다.
On the dot. So the bus arrived at 6 o'clock on the dot.
On the dot.
Yeah. So if I don't know, let's have an imaginative scenario. Say we're waiting for the bus.
Yeah.
And the bus comes, and I say, right on time. 이 스티븐은 어떻게 대답할 수 있을까요?
I would say on the dot 표현도 있었지만 I would say right on schedule.
Right on schedule.
Yeah, or right on the nose.
On the nose, like boop on the nose.
Right on the nose.
Brilliant. Yeah. Right on time, on the dot, right on schedule. Really good expressions that you can use in this kind of situation. So this was today's Bite English, right on time. 딱 제 시간에 딱 맞춰서라는 뜻이었습니다. We want to invite you to message in and participate. And if you message in right on time, you could be in with the chance of winning some fabulous prizes. And we've got a lot of them in store for you, so listen up. We have 반반 치킨 콜라 세트, 햄버거 쿠폰, 아이스크림 교환권, 떠먹는 조각 케이크 교환권, 도넛 교환권, as well as chicken cola coupon, chicken cola combo coupons, hamburger coupons, donut coupons, a slice of cake and ice cream coupon, 그리고 놀라운 착시의 세계를 즐길 수 있는 착시미술관 Museum of Illusion 관람 티켓도 있습니다. These are tickets to the Museum of Illusion Busan Cinema Center Biff Hill in Haeundae, where you can explore some great illusions and take a few pictures too. Whew. Your turn.
It's my turn.
It's your turn.
부산 대표 랜드마크 해운대 LCT에 위치한 하늘 위의 바다 부산 엑스터 스카이 전망대 입장권 1인당 2매도 준비되어 있습니다. Admission tickets for the Busan Extra Sky Top Floor Observatory, which is located at LCT in Haeundae, the highest place in Busan. We also have the concert ticket of Big Roof Music Festival on September 9th for listeners. 9월 9일 영화의 전당에서 열리는 뮤직 페스티벌 콘서트 티켓이 준비되어 있습니다. 폴킴, 카더가든, 스탠딩 에그, 너드 커넥션 등 총 16개 국내외의 팀이 멈추지 않는 공연이 이어집니다.
That's right. This concert will offer you various experiences of music and also enjoyable events. 네, 공연 티켓을 원하시는 분은 Music Festival이라고 쓰시고 누구와 공연을 즐기고 싶은지 저희에게 카톡이나 문자로 사연을 보내주시면 됩니다. All of these prizes, or some of them could be yours. Just send us anything you want. Song requests, how you're feeling, some hello and some love for Steve and myself too. We've got quite a few messages coming in. We've got a message from 신인류의 충전소님 saying, I love this segment, which is the Beyond Borders, saying, it's good to see other beautiful cultures and people.
Thank you so much.
그렇죠. 맞는 말인 것 같은데 이 세계가 너무 커가지고 I think we shouldn't stay in our bubble.
Yeah.
You know, it's good to 틀에서 한 번씩 벗어나는 게 좋다고 생각해요.
좋죠.
Great stuff. We also have 미옥 스텔레이님 talking about her graduation. saying 저도 대학교 다니던 시절 그리워요. 그때 정말 재미있었어요. graduation 외에도 commencement도 쓰는 것 같아요. Is that another word?
Commencement.
A commencement.
Yeah.
Interesting. Brilliant stuff. Yeah, you know, I learned something. Thank you for teaching me the Australian. It is, in fact, a word for graduation. I guess different countries will use different types of language as well, which makes it even more fascinating.
That's right.
All right. Well, also, I'm going to say, I know I shouldn't say this, but I should. Our listeners online were debating whether they think David is listening at home. I thought it was like quite funny, you know. So, David, if you're listening, hello, mate. We haven't forgotten about you.
Hello, David.
Enjoy your vacation and stop listening if you are and go and enjoy yourself. Go and enjoy that last sun if you can. It's raining though, but still, nevertheless. The time is now 5:07 in the afternoon. We're going to take a song break and then we'll be back. This is TikTok by Kesha.
Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
Hey, what up,
Grab
girl?
my glasses, I'm out the door. I'm gonna hit this city.
Let's go.
Before I leave, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack. 'Cause when I leave for the night, I ain't coming back. I'm talking pedicure on our toes, toes. Trying on all our clothes, clothes. Boys blowing up our phones, phones. Drop top and playing our favorite CDs. Pulling up to the parties. Trying to get a little bit tipsy. Don't stop, make it pop. DJ blow my speakers up tonight. I'ma fight till we see the sunlight. Tick tock on the clock, but the party don't stop. No. Don't stop, make it pop. DJ blow my speakers up tonight. I'ma fight till we see the sunlight. Tick tock on the clock, but the party don't stop. No. Ain't got a care in the world, but got plenty of beer. Ain't got no money in my pocket, but I'm already here. And now the dudes are lining up, 'cause they hear we got swagger. But we kick them to the curb unless they look like Mick Jagger. I'm talking about everybody getting crunk, crunk. Boys try to touch my junk, junk. Gonna smack him if he getting too drunk, drunk. Nah, we go until they kick us out. The police shut us down, down. Police shut us down, down. Shut us down. Don't stop, make it pop. DJ blow my speakers up tonight. I'ma fight till we see the sunlight. Tick tock on the clock, but the party don't stop. No. Don't stop, make it pop. DJ blow my speakers up tonight. I'ma fight till we see the sunlight. Tick tock on the clock, but the party don't stop. No. You build me up, you break me down. My heart it pounds, yeah, you got me. With my hands up, you got me now. You got that sound, yeah, you got me. You build me up, you break me down. My heart it pounds, yeah, you got me. With my hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up. Now the party don't start till I walk in. Don't stop, make it pop. DJ blow my speakers up tonight. I'ma fight till we see the sunlight. Tick tock on the clock, but the party don't stop. No. Don't stop, make it pop. DJ blow my speakers up tonight. I'ma fight till we see the sunlight. Tick tock on the clock, but the party don't stop. No.
It's time for today's Flash Pop Quiz. 네, 오늘은 특별한 진행자와 함께하는 만큼 특별한 퀴즈를 함께 해보겠습니다. With the recent increase in the number of people traveling abroad, Vietnam is considered one of the most popular tourist destinations among Korean tourists.
네, 지난해 베트남을 방문한 한국인 관광객이 80만 명이 넘을 정도로 베트남으로 향하는 한국 관광객이 많은데요. 설문조사 결과에 따르면 베트남에 관한 정보를 잘 알고 있다고 대답한 사람은 20%가 안 된다고 합니다.
Most people said they just collect information related to traveling to Vietnam from only the internet.
하지만 많이 알수록 많이 볼 수 있는 법이죠. 그래서 오늘은 베트남에 대한 문제 하나 같이 풀어보겠습니다. 자, 한국의 통화는 원, 미국의 통화는 당연히 달러죠. 그렇다면 베트남의 통화는 무엇이라 불릴까요?
Do you know what the currency of Vietnam is? That is today's question. Tell us the currency used in Vietnam.
Number 1, dong. Number 2, peso. Number 3, pound.
여러분 아시겠나요? If you think you know the answer, send us a message to pound 9050, 샵 9050, to cost you 101, or a Kakao Talk message. Now when I say pound 9050, not the pound in the options, but the 해시, 샵이 있잖아요. That pound.
그렇죠.
Yeah. Send us your answer. We've already got messages coming in, which is good. 인류의 충전소님 gave a good hint. 힌트를 주셨는데요. East. There you go. There's your hint.
맞아요.
East. Yeah, that's a good hint. Sending some messages right now. We've got a message from S-Ducknim saying, I just turned it on and I thought David sounds much younger. He also says, Steve, you're very good at radio. So natural.
Thank you guys.
So send us, what is the currency of Vietnam? Number 1, dong. Number 2, peso. Number 3, pound. We've got prizes for the winners, so don't be afraid. Send us all of your answers. We're going to take a song break, and then we'll be back with the winners and the correct answers. This is Ring Ding Dong by Shiny.
Baby, 내게 반해버린 내게 왜 이래 두렵다고 물러서지 말고 그냥 내게 맡겨봐라 어때 My lady 너를 만난 첫 순간 눈이 번쩍 머리 스탑 베이딩동 울렸어 난 말야 멋진 놈 착한 놈 그런 놈은 아니지만 나름대로 괜찮은 bad boy 너는 마치 버터파이 너무 얇게 빠졌어 너무 순해 빠졌어 널 곁에 둬야겠어 더는 걱정 마 나만 믿어보면 되잖아 네가 너무 마음에 들어 놓칠 수 없는 걸 You butterfly 날이 가면 갈수록 못이 박혀 너란 걸 헤어날 수 없다는 걸 나를 선택해 아무리 말고 선택해 내게 빠진 바보인 나 날 책임져야 돼 내 가슴을 멈출 수 없 crazy 너무 예뻐 견딜 수 없 crazy 너는 필요 없다 crazy 나 왜 이래 난 착한 지구군이 거리 너를 이해 못하겠어 너무 가끔씩 그런 부정 이미지를 탈피 이탈해봐 괜찮아 Break out, break out, break out, break out 사실 난 불안해 어떻게 날 보는지 점점 내게 호감을 갖고 있는지 너는 늘 무절할 수밖에 없어 돌이킬 수 없는 걸 절대 노란 대답하지 마 괜찮은 맘 달아 내가 미쳐버릴지 몰라
타이니의 링딩동 들으셨습니다. Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to the 4 p.m. duo with Nick and Steve today. It is now 5:18 in the afternoon, and we are in the middle of our flash pop quiz. We asked you a question, did we not?
Yeah.
We asked you the currency of a certain country. That country is...
Vietnam.
Vietnam. We gave you options. 보기도 같이 드렸는데요. 1번은 동, 2번은 페이소, 3번은 파운드였는데요. 정답은요, Steve?
정답은 number 1. 동입니다.
Yeah, number 1.
Number 1.
I remember when I went to Vietnam last year, when I first came to Korea, you know, the England we use pounds. It's 1 pound, 2 pound. 그래서 한국에 와가지고 갑자기 10,000원, 20,000원, 30,000원 이 숫자가 왜 이렇게 커요? 막 생각했는데 근데 작년에 베트남에 가보니까 더 컸어요.
베트남, yeah, that's right. 베트남은 이제 뒤에 공이 훨씬 더 많아요.
So like 2만 원 is like 20만 동, something like.
So 정말 쉽게. So if like 2만 동, right? 그러면은 공 하나 빼기 나누기 2 하면 돼요. So 2만 동. So you take out 1 zero. 그럼 2천 동이죠? Divide by 2. 그럼 1,000원인 거예요. So 2만 동 is 1,000원.
Ah, okay. Gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah.
There we go. You just add another, okay.
Yeah.
It's difficult, but...
Still difficult.
Yeah, but I'll text you when I go to Vietnam next time.
For sure.
We had loads of messages with the correct answer as well. Let's have a look at see what we've got here. We've got 인수님 saying 1번 동입니다. 4pm duo 좋은 방송 감사합니다. 화이팅. 감사합니다. Yeah, you were correct with the answer as well. We've also got 미역스텔라이님 saying 1번입니다. 오늘 스티브 이야기 들을 수 있어서 더욱 스페셜해요. David, 휴가 즐겁게 보내세요.
Wow.
He'll be happy to hear that bit you've just attached to the end. Thank you for that. Yeah, we've got more messages, right?
Yeah, also 백건우님 정답 동이라고 하셨어요. 그리고 또 얼마 전 아들내미가 친구들과 베트남 갔다 왔는데 택시 타고 요금 계산하면서 밑장 빼기 당해서 손해 좀 보고 왔네요. 아 정말 너무 안타깝습니다. But like 정말
there, you know, there are people in every country who would do that as well.
근데 특히 베트남은 그런 경우가 많으니까 정말 조심을 많이 하시고 가시기 바랍니다.
Yeah, for real. And I think if you're not a native of a particular country, anyone is susceptible to be taken advantage of any country you go to. For real. Sorry you experienced that as well. We also have 이정원님 saying 동입니다. 지난달 결혼 10주년 기념으로 다낭에 다녀왔어요. 다낭 is a place I really want to go.
Oh, Danang is so beautiful.
Tropical paradise, right? Yeah. Would you have you been?
Yeah, I did. Wow.
You probably live there, right? Did you know?
No, I live in Ho Chi Minh.
I was there last year.
Oh, really?
I loved it so much. I did a tour of the tunnels close by and then took a bus to the Mekonggang.
Oh, yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Awesome.
Ho Chi Minh 좋아요.
Yeah, great stuff. We've also got Jenny님 saying 베트남 화폐 동이잖아요. 여행 갔을 때 동그라미가 너무 많아서. Yes, we definitely feel you for sure.
맞습니다.
Her conversion rate was saying 0 하나 떼고 반으로 나눠서 대략적으로 계산했던 경험이 있어요. It's the same as what you said.
Yeah.
You know the real thing, Jenny Nim. Yeah. And she wants to go again, she says. More messages as well. Some from 문자 message saying 6880번님 saying I want to go on a trip to Vietnam with my family. Oh, that sounds great. Family trip to Vietnam. Good food.
정말
good nature.
최고죠.
Yeah.
And everything is cheap too.
For real?
Yeah.
8818번님, very nice compliment for you, Steve, saying 세상에서 가장 매혹적인 남성의 목소리, 라이트 스티브를 처음으로 들어보고 깜놀했었는데요. 이렇게 젊으신 줄 몰랐어요. 정답은 동입니다. I was exactly the same. 저도 똑같이 느꼈거든요. He's young, got a great voice.
Oh my.
Yeah. Back in the days.
Cảm
ơn is thank you.
Yeah.
I remember. That's the one phrase I remembered from going to Vietnam.
You nailed it.
Cảm ơn. Also more messages. 4326번님 saying 정답 1번 동이요. 그런데 스티브 목소리가 늘 들었던 것처럼 익숙해요. Wow. Maybe you've heard him from Inside Out every week.
Yeah.
For real. There we go. All right, loads of answers coming in. Fantastic to see. Now, we've got to choose a winner. And we do have a winner for the hamburger set. Steve, would you like to do the honors? Who is getting the prize?
오늘은 햄버거 세트를 받으실 분은 이종원님.
Congratulations. I loved the dramatic build-up to that. Congratulations, Lee Jong-won Nim, for getting the prize. And everyone, thank you. You're all legends in our eyes. And we have quizzes every single day, so don't worry if you didn't win today. Now, coming up next, we do have Michael Garrett in the studio. It's time to talk movies. Steve, are you a movie buff? Do you like movies?
Oh, I love it.
좋아하시죠?
정말 좋아요.
And you're going to love our next segment.
Wow.
Stay tuned for that. We're going to take a song break and then we'll be back. This is Fast Forward by Jeon So-mi.
I'm your future lover. 타락한 밤 너의 ruler. 영화 속 달콤한 promise. 믿지 않아, let's be honest. Yeah. turn it up so when it feels so right. 닿지 않아도 이미 느끼잖아. 나쁠 건 없어 when it feels so right. 네 위를 봐, I'm your goddess. Yeah. How many lovers do I go through to find you? How many heartbreaks I take just to get to you? How many lovers do I go through to find you? How many? Fast forward. One stop, got it all. Diamond kiss, head to toe. Sunshine, got the glow. Need you back, never go. One stop, domino. That's how quick you make me fall. So in love, yeah, it's so over. Yeah. How many lovers do I go through to find you? How many heartbreaks I take just to get to you? How many lovers do I go through to find you? How many? Fast forward. 흔들린 펜슬로 너를 부를 때 이 뒤틀린 시간 속 웃는 눈앞에 널 휘감은 what you want picture in my face and I'll be what you are I'll be what you are I'll be what you want I can't hear you say fast forward. Fast forward. Lights, camera, action.
Pop, 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 poppity popcorn. Respect!
Pop. Steve, get your beatbox on. It's time for Michael.
Pop.
It's time for Michael Garrett. Yeah.
What's up, everybody?
Sorry to give a cheesy welcome to you, Michael.
No, I love it every time.
Yeah, and Steve's beatboxing was
Yeah, that was good, man. Right on there.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Michael Garrett, how are you doing? It's time to talk movies.
It is. I'm very glad to see you guys and to meet Steve today. So I'm going to get into the movie that's out in theaters that everybody can be excited about going to see. It's Concrete Utopia.
Okay.
And it's got the same title in Korean. So Concrete Utopia. And this is a disaster film. And the disaster film, I want to kind of give a shout out to a previous segment where Popcorn that we talked about survival films. And you might say, hey, you're kind of repeating your theme here. Not exactly, because usually the survival film is a very personal journey. So it's like one person stuck on the bottom of the ocean or trapped somewhere on a mountain. But a disaster film that you have to survive is still about surviving and living, but it's almost everybody's dead except for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
마지막으로 살아남는 사람.
생존자.
Yeah, I don't care what people say. 저는 개인적으로 이런 재난 영화들을 되게 좋아하거든요. I don't go for the story. You know, I go for the CGI
That's
and
right.
the adrenaline rush. Like, 만약 그 사람이 나였다면 나도 과연 살아갈 수 있을까요? 그렇게 생각하잖아요. You think, could I survive like them?
Right.
Probably not, but still. You brought Concrete Utopia.
Yeah, Concrete Utopia. And so I want to go over some of the most common disaster films and mix in some Korean ones and some American kind of Hollywood ones as well. And then I'll tell you more about Concrete Utopia and what type of disaster film that is. So first of all, what do you think is the most common reason that the world is ending?
Usually, well, we just went through it, nearly one of them. You know. Okay, I think there are three.
Yeah.
Asteroid. You know, 소행성.
Right.
Disease.
Right.
And like Earth shaking and stuff.
Yeah, earthquakes.
Some kind of natural disaster.
Right, so natural, yeah. And I would say it doesn't really count because it is its own genre. But I think the most common one, especially these days, is so popular, it's just a zombie apocalypse.
In disease, infection.
Right, so I guess it would kind of, but if you go online and you say, what are the different kinds of disaster films, like zombie's not there because zombie is its own thing.
Yeah.
So it is kind of similar though. I mean, Busanheng, you know, it is, the world is ending, there's zombies out there and you have to survive on the train.
So like the Busanheng was like 엄청 감염돼서 그렇게 시작이 되었잖아요.
Yeah, right.
That was a really good movie.
정말 좋았어요.
Busanheng was really good, and I loved it so much. I had really good expectations for Pando, and it didn't kind of live up to that, in my opinion.
Yeah. He's going for a very different feel in that one, right?
Very CGI'd.
Yeah, that's right. So I want to go over some of what you said. I have them. Basically, you nailed it. Pandemic films is one of them, and so I think one very successful of those is 감기, the film from 2013. Very popular, and by the way, Ma Dong-seok in that one too. Ma Dong-seok is always almost dying.
He's so strong.
If he's in a movie, then something really bad is about to happen, most likely. And then the American one that became actually very popular at the very beginning of the COVID pandemic. It kind of made a comeback. It came out in 2011, but it became popular in 2020 again. People were watching it, rewatching it, streaming it. Is Contagion.
Is that Matt Damon or Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah, Matt Damon is in it. Lawrence Fishburne, Elliot Gould, Jude Law, Gwyneth Paltrow. It kind of one of those movies where you have a lot of famous people in it because Steven Soderbergh, the director, has a really good reputation. And then they kind of sign on for just being in it for 20 minutes. You know, there's not a lot of, there's not just one main character. It's these are the what do you call them? The virologists, the people who study the virus, and then these are the police, and then here's like a random citizen who got infected, and so they're kind of various characters, and you're seeing really how people deal with the pandemic on many different levels, in a bureaucratic way and also on a personal level.
Right, more than just like an outbreak and destruction. It's like people's 좀 개인 스토리가 막 많이 포함된 그런 내용이죠. 다 섞여가지고.
Yeah, so people really felt like Contagion kind of captured what was happening with COVID. Yeah. And it was like the most accurate actual like pandemic movie that we had.
But like I think like the good thing about like, you know, a lot of stories of the characters, 가끔 재난 영화 같은 거 보면은 나였으면 저렇게 안 했을 건데 답답할 때가 있잖아요. 근데 거기서 여러 사람들이 있으니까 나였으면 저렇게 했을 것 같아. 이렇게 또 생각을 많이 할 수 있는 기회가 또 있는 것 같아요.
That's a good point. Maybe you're preparing yourself for a potential disaster. You know, when I watched like Armageddon and Deep Impact, I was like, will they nuke an asteroid when it comes here? But now they have the DART project, where they literally fly an asteroid into a meteorite and explode it to knock it off course.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, we really have even a better way of dealing with it than they have in these movies.
Yeah.
So really incredible. And then we have also man-made disasters, which it usually would be a fire. I think the most common disaster film is a very large fire. But maybe the most famous recent one in Korea would be from a terrorist gas attack. There was a movie called Exit.
Exit.
And that one, it took a comedic look at it.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. So we had actually a couple who were meeting as like somebody has a crush on the other one,
맞아요.
and then it's almost like a first date.
Yeah.
And then this white gas just starts, chasing them everywhere.
맞아요.
And he was in his history, he was a rock climber.
Yes.
The main character, and so he is perfectly suited to try to save his date's life because he can climb. Just get on my back, and he can climb up the side of a building.
That sounds fun. Not taking itself too seriously.
Yeah.
어떻게 보면 엑시트? 되게 이제 코믹적이면서도 로맨스도 있는데 만약에 그 주인공처럼 록 클라이밍 하는데 여자를 attractive 하게 보일 수 있는 기회가 있으면 너무 최고 아닌가요?
Wow. Yeah, he was a really great main character. And then we also have, you said natural disasters, and I think that makes me think of Haeundae. There's a tsunami tidal wave in that one. Love that movie from 2009. I was very new to Korea at the time, and I was just, wow, that's the beach that I go to as this giant wave comes over.
Yeah, that's right.
That scene on the Gwangan Daegyo is so cool. You know, the pylon starts snapping and stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, and I drive across that to work almost every day, and I just think...
왼쪽으로 살짝 보면서 없어 다행이다.
저는 이 해운대 영화 나왔을 때 저는 이제 초등학생이었는데 엄마가 보러 가자고 했는데 영화관에서 울었어요. 너무 무서워서. So my mom just took me out. 다음에 보러 가자. 또 갔어요.
5 years later, I'll bring you back.
Rewatch it for sure.
Yeah, it'll be a different. Maybe those feelings will come back, and you'll say, I can't take it again. But then 2012, we were talking about this actually before we came on. That 2012 is very interesting because it's a 2009 American science fiction disaster film, but it just decided I'm not going to choose one thing. I'm just going to have everything happen at the same time.
세상에서 모든 재난들이 한꺼번에 막 일어나고 너무 난장판이 되죠. 진짜 재밌었어요.
Yeah, so it's earthquakes, it's tidal waves caused by the earthquakes. There's fires, obviously, because of the earthquakes, and the characters just have everything to get through. There's a very famous scene in which the characters are flying a small plane as I think it's Los Angeles is just kind of opening up, and the plane goes down in the crack. And so looking on the two sides, there's cars falling over the
subway coming out.
The subway. That's right,
I think like the reason I liked that movie is you don't watch a disaster movie always for the story. You go for the spectacle, right? You go for the special effects. And I think this came out in 2009. 2009년에 나왔잖아요. 그때는 CG가 정말 진짜 발전된 것 같아요. That's when Avatar came out. It's when the J.J. Abrams Star Trek came out, and it's that moment you started getting like lens anamorphic glare and shaky cam to make it look realistic.
Right.
It was a big turning point for spectacle movies, I think.
Yeah, because you couldn't do that same movie in 1995.
For real.
Yeah, you would have to do it's all practical effects at that time, and you would have to kind of imply these things were happening, with the sound and the shaking of the room and that kind of thing. So that's a really good point. It's kind of the CGI allowed that film to happen. And then I'm going to play a little bit of the trailer for Concrete Utopia. And then of these things that we've talked about so far, different disasters, you can, if you don't know already, you can guess from what you hear what maybe the disaster is of this movie. Let's listen to the trailer.
바깥은 좀 어때요? 귀여워.
우리 아파트를 지키려면 주민들이 스스로 나서야 돼요.
오, 그 부금이 진짜 좋아요. The background music is really, it's ethereal.
Yeah, really.
I love that.
It's like a Hans Zimmer
Yes,
Right?
it sounds epic.
Yeah.
That score, wow.
Yeah, so it's nice. And what do you think the disaster is? Or maybe do you know what the disaster is based on that?
Sounds like the rapture or something.
Yeah, it felt like that.
It could be so many things. It's just a lot of noise. It's a massive earthquake.
Massive earthquake.
And when I say massive, okay, so you said CGI. The CGI in this looks incredible.
Really?
And we were talking with The Moon. I talked about The Moon a little while ago, survival film. That's why we were talking about survival. And you said, these days, the Korean films, the CGI is equal to
it's
what's
getting
coming.
really good now.
Yeah, and so very, very good. And it looks fantastic. Now, I'm talking about, you can see it like a wave passing through the city. It occurs in Seoul. And so you can see in the trailer, there's a moment where the earthquake comes and it's like it comes from the mountain. And then you see it kind of go like this. And then all the buildings are immediately become like debris as the wave passes like this. And then it comes to, there's a character in a car. And then he gets like thrown sideways as the wave hits. And then you can see him like looking up and there's, it looks like a wave, but it's of buildings as it comes over.
It's going to be a spectacle for sure. We've got 인류의 충전소님 saying sinkhole? Oh, earthquake. It could be a huge sinkhole.
Yeah. There's a great movie, Sinkhole.
Yeah. Oh, is there?
Yeah. That's a Korean movie.
Sinkhole.
Disaster movie, and I didn't pick that one because it's actually just people stuck in a sinkhole. Like the city is not in danger.
Oh, that was a bit comic, right?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think the way I justify myself, because in real life these really bad natural disasters do happen. Not too recently Turkey, of course, it suffered a horrible earthquake, and I think I don't know, when I watch these I sometimes find myself, should I be enjoying this?
Right.
But these movies, they take it to the extreme, as if it was like an alien invasion. So it detaches itself from reality, I think, so you can enjoy it.
That's a very good point. If it was more realistic and you just had, I guess like a 7.5 earthquake that caused 100 people to die.
Yeah.
We're talking about drama. It looks too real.
Yeah.
And good point. Like where if we experience this earthquake that has never occurred on Earth before, we can kind of say, I'm in a movie theater right now.
Yeah.
And these are actors. And I don't have to get too serious about it.
Will this be in the movie theater or on Netting?
It's already in the theater right now.
It's already in the theater.
Oh. Yeah.
This is one to see.
Yeah, I do. I especially do. And then, other thing about this I want to say is that it's not just, maybe this will be a little bit disappointing because you were saying how much you just love watching the CGI, but the beginning is the earthquake. And from then on, it's actually more about there's one apartment building that survives. And
only
it's still,
one?
Yeah, one.
Wow.
So you just, a flat city and one
building.
It's just saying, and it's just like it's the luck. In the trailer, Lee Byung-hun, he's the main character of the film. He plays the main character, and he's saying that I feel like we were somehow selected. 선택받았다. Because it is literally every other building in Seoul is gone, and we're the only ones. But it becomes this thing like a sort of Lord of the Flies type of scenario where now we have to survive, and we have this apartment, and that apartment becomes the only thing. It's the world. There's no more groceries. We have to find water. We have to feed everybody. And then so the beginning is kind of like, hey, we're doing this. Like we have a leader and everybody's working together. But then when the resources get more scarce, you have people sort of hoarding water a little bit, and we have people not trusting each other.
이 정치적인 시스템을 다시 만들어야 돼가지고 사람의 이기심도 많이 나고.
그렇죠.
They start. It would happen,
And then when people who survived start coming to the apartment, and they say, help us, let us in, then there's a decision where do we start taking people, like kind of refugees, and helping them? And so some people in the apartment, I believe Lee Byung-hun is the one who's saying, let's not. This is, you heard in the trailer, somebody's like saying, the apartment belongs to the residents.
Yeah.
And so it's like kind of, getting people behind this idea, don't let the newcomers in. And then other people are saying, let them in. And then we have fighting going on.
I think a lot of, especially this kind of disaster movies, the only ones left, will have that moral choice in the story.
Yeah.
And those are great. These are the ones that make you think, would I do the same? Would I open my heart to others, or would I not? Kind of like Walking Dead does at times.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, and it's a hard decision to make too, because when you think about it, it's your family in there.
Yeah.
You might think twice about letting other people in when you already don't have water.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So for anyone who wants to see an apocalyptic movie from Korea, this Concrete Utopia sounds like one to watch.
Yes, it is. And just really quickly, that they have also created a universe for this. It's a very unique thing. So Concrete Utopia is coming out. It came out just this week. They are already filming the sequel before they get the results for this one. And it stars Ma Dong-seok. And it's called Hwangya. So we're gonna get wilderness is the English of that. And there's also they're making a television series for streaming at the same time.
Okay.
So 3 projects of the same kind of universe where earthquakes basically destroy almost the entire world.
Interesting.
And we can see all of them very, very soon, kind of together.
Interesting.
Interesting.
We got a message coming in from Mr. Bakshi. I guess I've already said Mr. in front of that, but he's sending a message saying, I watched 4 movies. 밀수, which you talked about a couple of weeks ago, 비공식 작전, Oppenheimer, Concrete Utopia this summer, and Concrete is the best of 2023, they said. There you go. So that's a good reason to go and watch it out.
Yeah, thank you for that.
All right, Michael, thank you for bringing us this great action movie, I guess, that we can enjoy this summer, and we look forward to next week.
Okay, I'll see you then.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a song break now. This is 이 밤이 지나면 by 임재범.
불빛만이 가득한 이 밤 그대와 단둘이 앉아서 그대 모습을 바라보고만 있네 사랑스런 그대 눈가에 슬픈 한 줄기 눈물이 흘러 나의 마음을 아프게만 하는데 이 밤이 지나면 우린 또다시 헤어져야 하는데 아무런 말 없이 이대로 그댈 떠나보내야만 하나 불빛만이 가득한 이 밤 슬픈 이별은 다가오지만 지난 추억의 아름다웠던 그대 모습 사랑해 이별이란 말은 하지만 그대 사랑을 느끼고 싶어 나는 아직도 하고픈 말 하는데 이 밤이 지나면 우린 또다시 헤어져야 하는데 아무런 말 없이 이대로 그댈 또다시 헤어져야 하는데
아직 한 발 남았다.
The Last English Dose. till it's over. Before wrapping up the show, we'd like to let you know one more useful English expression. Now, there are lots of situations in the world, so we'll pick the most interesting ones and take the time to share one expression through a short conversation of that situation. So, what kind of situation should we move on to today?
아, 덥다 더워. 이번 여름은 와 이리 덥지? 영빈아, 이 더운 날 이제 주말인데 너 무슨 계획 있어? 없으면 나랑 시원한데 딱 같이 가면 좋은데.
나 사촌 동생 운전 연습하는 거 도와주기로 해서 안 되겠다. 걔가 이제 막 면허를 땄거든. 미안. 이 감당이 안 되는 인기란. 나랑 놀고 싶으면 최소 한 달 전에는 이야기해야지. 줄을 서시오.
와, 뭐? 운전 연습을 돕는다고? 영빈이, 네가? 다른 사람도 아니고 영빈이, 네가? 야, 설마 너 고속도로까지 탈 거야? 영빈이, 네가?
절대 안 되지. 물론 나야 베스트 드라이버지만 사촌 동생이 왕초보니까 그냥 공원만 왔다 갔다 할 거야. 난 멀쩡하게 집에 돌아오고 싶거든.
안전하게, 멀쩡하게 라는 표현, 영어로는 어떻게 표현할 수 있을까요? 오늘은 멀쩡이라는 말을 영어로 표현하는지 알아봅니다. 영어로는 오늘의 상황이 어떻게 표현될지 한번 들어보시죠.
Do you have any plans for the weekend?
I promised my cousin that I'd help him practice driving. He just got his license.
Are you guys going to get on the freeway?
No way. I like to get back in one piece. We're going to drive around the park.
Let's listen to it one more time. Do you have any plans for the weekend?
I promised my cousin that I'd help him practice driving. He just got his license.
Are you guys going to get on the freeway?
No way. I like to get back in one piece. We're going to drive around the park.
Thank you, Daniel and Stephanie, for lending us your lovely voices for today's last English dose in one piece. 안전히 멀쩡히란 뜻입니다. We've got some messages coming in saying your voice suits Busan 사투리.
맞습니다.
Yeah. That's. You were raised in Busan?
Yeah, 부산 사람 아이가. 부산이지.
Always in the northern area of Busan. 네, 노포.
네, 맞아요. 거기서 태어났고, right now I live near 오륙도.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
So you know Busan pretty well.
Not that much. But I love Busan.
Pretty well. 윌라카미님 saying 데이비드 자리가 불안하겠네요. Not just for don't say such things, 윌라카미님. Don't say such things.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go over the sentences one by one. Do you have any plans for the weekend? Do you have any plans for the weekend? Weekend 주말이죠. Plans 계획입니다. 참고로 이 병원 이 약속을 잡을 때 plans이라고 하지 않고요, appointment이라고 하는데요. 친구랑 약속이나 계획을 잡으면 plans이라고 합니다. So, do you have any plans for the weekend? 주말 계획이 있나요? 라는 뜻입니다.
그 다음으로 I promised my cousin that I'll help him practice driving. He just got his license. 여기서 cousin, 사촌이죠. 사촌, practice driving, 운전 연습, and also license, 운전면허. 이렇게 할 수가 있습니다.
That's correct. And then they said, are you guys going to get on the freeway? Freeway, 무슨 뜻일까요? Freeway는 이 highway, motorway라는 뜻입니다. 고속도로죠. 고속도로를 탈 거야? Are you going to get on the freeway? 약간 좀 떨면서 물어보는 거죠. 좀 설마 고속도로 탈 거야? 고속도로 탈 거야?
갈 거야?
Yeah. And then next, yeah.
No way. I would like to get back in one piece. We're going to drive around the park. No way. 절대 안 되지. 말도 안 돼. I would like to get back in one piece. One piece. 멀쩡히, 안전하게. 그렇게 할 수가 있어요.
그리고 인기 있는 만화죠.
맞습니다. One Piece.
And in Korean dress.
Yeah.
Lots of One Piece, but One Piece is 멀쩡하게, right?
멀쩡하게.
이 뭐 산산조각 나지 않게, you know, I don't want to be in multiple pieces.
Yeah, just one piece.
Yeah, 안전히 무사히란 뜻입니다. And that was today's last English dose in one piece. Hopefully, you've made it to the end of this 2-hour show in one piece. Seems like you did as well.
Yeah.
How was today? How did you feel?
Thank you so much for the 4 p.m. duo. This is my first time hosting the show. 근데 정말 Nick 너무 감사해요.
You do it like you've been doing it for years.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. 그리고 PD님 너무 감사해요, 정말.
You know the good news. 내일까지 하실 거죠?
Yes.
So everybody, come join us again tomorrow because Steve will be here once more as we do a good 불금 episode for you guys. But on that note, we should wrap up today. The 4 p.m. duo was produced by Choi Ye-ji and written by Hong Young-hwa. We've been your hosts for today, Nick.
Yes. Steve, at the 4 p.m. duo, today's last song is Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. See you tomorrow.
Everybody, have a wonderful evening.
Bye-bye.
Club isn't the best place to find a lover, so the bar is where I go. Me and my friends at the table doing shots, tripping fast, and then we talk slow. And you come over and start up a conversation with just me, and trust me, I'll give it a chance. Now take my hand, stop it, and the man on the jukebox, and then we start to dance. And now I'm singing like, girl, you know I want your love. Your love was handmade for somebody like me. Come on now, follow my lead. I may be crazy, don't mind me. Say, boy, let's not talk too much. Grab on my waist and